Hello and welcome back to the next episode of my Let's Play series. Oh goodness gracious, my mouse. So I've been up to some things, just kind of off camera. Yeah, obviously I'm now inside of my base. This is what we've got going on. The basement of this side just has my bed. I guess not the basement, it's the main floor. It just has my bed. Then like all my crafting table and so on, as well as my furnaces, which I will fill up this wall more, but I'm kind of running low on cobble. And then I have on the upstairs just my chests. I don't know if I'm gonna put something right there. I mean, I probably will at some point, but I haven't decided what exactly. So there's nothing there. This side will also have more chests, but I don't really have enough stuff for me to justify putting more things, but they're all organized and all my stuff is now organized into these chests. And then this side, I haven't really done anything with it yet. I know I said I was gonna finish doing the interior for this base, but I just haven't gotten to it. And then I have one singular villager in here because I was getting some off-camera stuff done and for the interior and I found this guy just out in the middle of nowhere, a zombie villager, and I was like, oh, perfect, okay, well, like, I'll get him in a boat, and then I'll heal him up. So, he is, here, have him here. I made it so he sells mending, so his mending, he also has aqua affinity. So now all my gear has mending on it, and I finished making all my diamond tools and stuff. I should probably sleep. So obviously me healing him up means that I have gone to the nether, and I did indeed go to the nether. I did record it, but it wasn't actually that eventful. I was only there for like maybe 15 minutes. I just got what I needed and then left, and I didn't really, not a whole lot went on. So I'm not gonna include that in the video, but I did go. I do have the replay mod recording of it if you are want proof that I went. And then I also started a bit of a wheat field going on here. Not just wheat, I have carrots and potatoes as well, because this just is not enough. And I did say that this is the episode that I wanted to get my trading hall going. So obviously I needed villagers, and to get villagers I needed food to breed them with. So I got that going, and then I started clearing out here a little bit, not too much, just kind of, I needed some stuff to do, so I used the last of my iron shovels and just kind of started getting that done. And then I haven't moved my enchanting setup yet, but it will probably end up going there. I might end up making another building specifically for it. Haven't quite decided yet. And then I also came in here and I made a quick little automatic pumpkin farm. It just started yet, so it shouldn't actually be producing. It's probably just observing when things are growing. Yeah. So, it's not the best. I'm not too great at building automatic farms and stuff, because I've only done it a few times, but you can see have stuff going in there. Some are already taller than others. Should probably put another torch somewhere. I'll put it right here. So I'll have that going passively as we're doing other stuff. I just wanted it so that as soon as I have my villager set up, I can immediately start trading and getting emeralds. So I got that going. I'm going to tear down these trees and we're going to build the trading hall over here instead of going over here. We'll free cam it. I have a bunch of villagers in here already. Some of them have just fallen in here. I didn't put a border around it or anything. And then some are ones that it actually was breeding. So we've got a bunch of villagers in here. I'm going to have to move them. Because of the iron golems in here, I'm going to move them separately and then put a zombie in there and then heal them, just because I don't want the iron golems to kill the zombies. Otherwise, I would have just put the zombies straight into this pit, but I don't think I am made to last up against 3 iron golems, quite frankly. So we'll build a railroad, or just like a simple train track that'll go all the way over, and probably like a pit that I'll put like right here or so. And then I will put a zombie in there, zombificate them, and then I will move them into the actual trading hall once I have that built. So, since I did a fair decent amount off camera, just getting prepared, I ended up completely forgetting that I needed to get the resources for actually building the trading hall. So that's what we're going to do in this episode, is we're going to get the trading hall set up, which means I have to do a bunch of resource gathering. I haven't decided on an exact style I want to do for the trading hall, but I'm going to say that it's probably going to be a pretty simple one. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent hall or if it's just going to be what I use for now and then I build a better one later, but we'll see. So I'll get that going right here. It's probably going to be fairly big because I want to make sure I can get as many villagers as I can. And then, yeah, so I guess we'll do that. I'll probably gather a bunch of different resources, from stone to woods and so on and so forth, just so I can kind of figure out a style. And then I'll probably just build it. I'm not going to plan it too much, just because I don't care too much about how it looks. I also don't think I'm going to do like a full building like that. I think I'm just going to build walls and then put the villagers inside there, just how they are, just to make things a little bit easier. And then if I don't like that, then I'll rebuild it some other time. But like I said, we're just trying to get established right now. We're just trying to get things going and things started. So I guess we should probably get that going. So cue time lapse of me gathering resources. Yay! Okay, so here's what we got going so far. So, it's just one really big square rectangle. I wasn't counting. It's a rectangle. And each slot here will have a villager being held in it. Here, I might as well just go in. So each slot will have a villager in it. I'll probably separate so each wall is kind of a different thing. Or maybe I'll take 2 walls for librarians and then like half of one for farmers, half for maybe armorers, and then whatever, we'll kind of see as we go. So each one will have a villager. The mud block above it will be the block that the sign is on for saying what the villager is selling. Yeah, so each one, the mud block will have the sign that'll say what the villager is selling. And then the villager will sit right here and help make sure that there is some space between. Like, you can see how there's a corner here. If I were to keep the, let's say it's a librarian, and I keep the lectern 1 block out, then I wouldn't be able to put 2 villagers here. So if I have the lectern right here instead, and put the villager here, then I can have them in the corner spots here. Which is why I have it coming out 2 blocks. So this will be the wall that's behind it. I haven't filled it in yet because I haven't put the villagers in, but once I have villagers in, that will be filled up. Though one of the corners probably one of these corners will just be a door, a way to get in, instead of a villager, just because very obviously there isn't really a clear way to get in. I might take one of the walls here and then just open it up. We'll kind of see. I'll probably fill up these 2 walls first with villagers and then see how many villagers I have and how much space I have left, and then decide if I want to make an actual door or if I just want to put a door in the corner. I could also just put a door in a corner for now and then fill them all up and keep it as kind of like a temporary door. But we'll see. And then once I have villagers in, I'll kind of decorate it a little bit more. I don't want to get too crazy with the decorations right now, because the main part of this is the villagers, so I want it to look good with villagers before I start adding too much. But there will be a block above the villagers' heads as well. I haven't quite decided what block I want to use, but there will be something there. The block that'll be in between will also still be the deep slate bricks, since that is probably the block I have the most of right now. But yeah, so the next step is to actually get the villagers over here and to zombificate them and then heal them. So what I will do is we'll take the villagers from here. There's a decent amount there already. That's something that I'm not quite sure why is happening, where he won't go down, but when they wake up in the morning, one of them will just be on the outside, which isn't supposed to be happening, but it is. Thankfully, he's not falling down or anything, so it's not that big of a deal. And because I'm not breeding them right now, it also doesn't matter too much, especially because if I am breeding, I can just toss food into the little pit I've created. But yeah, so I'll get some rails, and I will build a big long path that'll lead up to probably about right here, and I'll just make a pit. I'll make sure I have enough golden apples and potions, and then I will just kind of toss a zombie in there and wait for them to all be zombificated, and then heal them all, and then once they're all healed, I'll one by one take them out and put them into their respected spot in here. And then I will figure out what their job will be. We'll slowly move. I think it will start off with getting some farmers in here so that all of the pumpkins that I have going on just underneath the floor here will be able to be turned into emeralds as soon as possible. So we'll get a few farmers in there, and then we'll move on to books. So I'll probably put maybe 3 or 4 farmers just in right here. I don't need too much because I don't have too many pumpkins going on. I'll put more farmers in there over time. But just to start off with, I think I only need 4, and then we'll fill up a whole wall, at least a whole wall with librarians, probably this whole wall. And yeah, so I don't think I'm going to time-lapse this just because it's going to be super boring, just me running back and forth. But I will see you again once I have a good amount started. Yeah. Okay, so I have 1 done. I have 4 other villagers. These ones they have been zombificated and healed. I just need to transfer them over. But I did not realize how much work that it is just moving them over. I don't have enough rails. I had to go steal some from the little railway I have going from the original breeder pit to the zombification pit. And I don't want to use any more of my iron. I'm already running a bit low, so I'm definitely gonna have to go to the mine shaft again to go steal some more iron, some more rails, which is a little annoying and a bit tedious, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'll have to do that. But I think that I'm gonna do all of that just kind of on its own separate thing. I'll probably do it all off camera and then just kind of come back when it's all done, just for simplicity's sake. But I do want to get the base kind of thing for this done in this episode, so I'm going to do that, and then I will come back once I have all of the villagers completely set up. Yeah. So it has been multiple days, a good like 3 or 4, and I am still not finished this with the villagers. Not even close, not even halfway. But I'm getting fed up with dealing with them. They are so much work. I really need to get some better farms so I can get more food, so I can breed them more. And then I was running low on gold for making golden apples. So in all honesty, it was just getting too much work. So this is where we're gonna call it for here. I'll show you what all I have. So I did end up, I can't remember where I last left off with the villagers. I think I only had the farmers. But I have my Fletcher and Armorer, Toolsmith, not an Armorer. Fletcher and Toolsmith, which I had before, I just didn't have them zombificated. So I zombificated them and then put them here. So we have them, they now have, you know, cheaper stuff. And then I have Fortune 3, Sharpness 5, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, blank 1 because the villager got loose on me. Protection 4, Fire Aspect 2, Thorns 3, and that's it. I do have space for more though. And then in here I have some emeralds that I've been using to trade up. You can see that I have a bunch of books in my inventory right now. And that's just some equipment and stuff that I was using. But so I have all of these. I had a good chunk of emeralds, so I think this will be pretty good for getting some more you know, trades and stuff going, as well as I would like to make a beacon, and I think using emeralds will probably end up being the easiest choice for it. So when I do make that beacon, well, now I've got access. It's also really good for healing my tools and getting levels. It'll be a bit better once I get a watermelon farm going, because then I can also trade those, and then once I get a few more farmers. Not all of my farmers trade pumpkins at the moment, because I just didn't have enough food for me to level up all these guys to what I needed. And then I think there's one of them that just, yeah, this one who doesn't have pumpkins at all, but does have melons. So I will need to get a melon farm, which means more farming. Yay, how fun. So I'll get that going as well at some point. Probably I'll do that off camera, and then we can do something completely separate in the next episode. But yeah, so I think the next episode I might add some more buildings onto our little base. Actually, our base just over here. And just so it doesn't look so empty here. I did add some farms. I don't know if that was in my last clip or not. Just so getting food was to trade, or not to trade, to breed up the villagers over there was a bit easier. So I'm going to, yeah. So I'll add some more buildings. I want to do some terraforming. I don't know if I want to do that in the next episode or not. But I'll add some more builds around here so it doesn't look so empty. Hopefully try and finish up the insides on those as well. And yeah, we'll kind of see what happens next episode. I'm totally open to changes as well. But yeah, no, I just want to get this episode out and done because I've been working on it for over a week now, and I'm starting to get tired of dealing with these villagers. So the villagers will just be something I do passively in the background as I go and progress into the series, as well as just making the whole hall look a lot better. I think at some point I'll definitely change the flooring as well, because I don't like it staying as grass. Maybe if I find Badlands, I'll make a fun pattern with some glazed terracotta or something along that line. But yeah, so that is where we're gonna call it for today, and I'll see you guys again in the next episode. Bye!